You're listening to the Master Passive Income Podcast Network. Welcome to the Master Passive Income Show. My name's Dustin Heiner, and I'm here to help you quit your JOB, that just overbroke job, and create generational wealth by investing in real estate. And in today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you how you, not that you should invest in real estate, but that you must invest in real estate because everything is changing. AI is taking away everybody's job. Homes are not affordable anymore, but there is a way to do it if you know how to invest successfully, and I'm going to show you how to do it today. All right, let's start the show.
Welcome to the Master Passive Income Podcast, where we talk about investing in real estate with a special focus on making enough money so you can quit your job and live the dream life. And now, here is your host, Dustin Heiner.
Hey, what's up? Super blessed as always to have you here with me on the show. And I am fresh off of Income Building Live. That is the 3-day amazing real estate investing conference that I've been putting on for the last 5 years. In 2022, started the first conference. It was called Rubicon, or Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference back then, but I changed the name, but the entire event is basically the same. But the reason why the name changed to Income Building Live is because when people invest for wealth, they do not automatically get income. But when they invest for income, they automatically, always, without a doubt, 100% of the time, get wealth. And wealth is not the only name of the game. In fact, you cannot feed your family with wealth. So if you have a house that you still have, let's say, $300,000 in equity, well, if you're not making income, you can't feed your family. But if you have income, you will always be able to feed your family, and you will always get wealth. That's why we changed the name to Income Building Live, fresh off of that, and it was absolutely amazing. I've had people come to my conference all 5 years and tell me this is by far the best one we've put on. And I've been telling everybody that this is the last time I'm putting it on. Biggest reason why is hotels are so expensive. When I have $300,000 that I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to pay to hotels, it's just a stress that I quit my job to not have any stress, to not have anything on my brain. Well, taking this on has been amazing. I've changed so many people's lives. I've been blessed through Income Building Live. And what was amazing was on the first day, I was so excited. Like, hey, we're here. Everything's going amazingly well. People are having an amazing time. But I had so many people, Dustin, they said, tell me, is this really the last one? Like, you got to put them on again. And so I said, after, I can't even tell you how many people came to me saying, you need to do it again. And I said, let me see. So now I have a plan for the fall in 2027 to put on Income Building Live again. Now the trick, or what I need to do is remove the pain point of the hotels or the expense of the hotel. When coffee is $150 a gallon, you kind of rethink how much you're giving to hotels. And so I'm going to have to either rent a venue that's not a hotel or buy a venue, which I'm a real estate investor. So I figure let's go ahead and do that. Let's buy a venue that, or at least that's the plan. I would love to be able to do that. Buy a venue that we can do weddings at, we could put on Income Building Live. Other people can use it. Maybe churches can even use it too. That would be amazing if I could do that. And then instead of having that, $300,000-$400,000 coming out of my pocket to put on these events, maybe I'm making money because the entire year it's hopefully getting rented doing other events. And so that's on my radar of what I'm trying to do. And on top of that, I started the Inner Circle. That's the Master Passive Income Inner Circle. These are for active investors, people who are actively scaling their business to reach financial freedom, who have, let's say, 10, 20, 30, 40 more properties that they want to be around me, even more. And you guys know, I don't do one-on-one coaching, but with the Inner Circle, you have me. We get together 4 times a year for 2-day intensives where we all mastermind together. And I'm there too. So if you want coaching from me, this is how you're going to get it as well. So I haven't released it to everybody yet. It was just at Income Building Live. So come back in the next week or two, I'll release it, or I'll share where if you want to be a part of my Inner Circle, where you can get connected with me and everything that I'm doing, and even get 2-day intensive with me, then you can be a part of it. But the catch is you have to apply. You have to apply to be a part of it because we're not just taking on anybody. They have to be a good fit and they have to be in the right phase of their investing to be able to do that. So if you have like no properties, it's probably not the best for you. You probably won't be accepted. This is going to be a small group of 20 to 25 people and masterminding with me and other amazing real estate investors that I bring in that are going to be doing coaching or like guest experts that are coming in and teaching and educating and coaching and all that sort of stuff. And it is going to be absolutely amazing, amazing. And I know that my life has changed because of my mastermind that I have and the masterminds that I've been a part of. I spent $50,000 to be a part of a mastermind that has been such an amazing blessing for me. It's changed my life being a part of it. And I thought, you know what? I want to do that for everybody else. So for all my people, we have the inner circle. So be on the lookout for that. I will be sharing about that here pretty soon. Not yet, but I'm at least teasing it out that the inner circle is where you can get access to me and the other coaches and all the other amazing investing, active investors who are scaling their business. Now, today, I want to bring you into Income Building Live. Now, at Income Building Live, we had so many amazing speakers. In fact, we had people, investors, who have come to the conference over and over again and have changed their life because they invested, because they saw the vision of investing. They learned how to invest. They became a student or they were just around people who were doing it. And I got them to come on the stage. They came on the stage and they were sharing their talks. And so I will probably be releasing those here pretty soon. But today I have a special talk that I gave that you absolutely need to hear. I worked really hard on this presentation because I'm really scared of what's going to happen. I meaning in the economy, in people losing their jobs, AI literally taking everybody's jobs. Well, I presented it at Income Building Live and people saw the vision. And the vision used to be you should invest in real estate because it'll help you change your life. You'll be able to quit your job and become financially independent and all that sort of stuff. No longer is it that you should change your life by investing in real estate. It's now that you must change your life by investing in real estate. When I say you must, it is because you're not going to be able to make money. Jobs are going to be gone unless you're a handyman. Like physical labor jobs, those are going to still be around. But if you have a white collar job, any white collar job, a computer is going to take it over in the next 5 years. So you have a tiny window to start investing in real estate, to start making cash flow. Because once you lose your job, it's going to be even harder to invest in real estate. And so one of my main talks that I gave was why and how you must invest in real estate. And I talk about the things that I'm seeing in the economy and all that sort of, I'm not going to get into it, meaning I'm going to just play it for you so you can actually hear it. My voice just jumped, which was rather weird, but I so appreciate you being a part of Master Passive Income, the podcast, listening to it week in and week out. It's a blessing for me to be able to have this. This is going on 10 years now of having this podcast, just teaching you how to invest in real estate, giving you the encouragement and the excitement. And this episode today is going to blow your minds and hopefully inspire you. Hopefully inspire you to change your life, to really just make a change. Because if you keep going down the route of working your dead-end job, your just over broke job, well, you're comfortably living in discomfort. But it is not comfortable living where you're working just over broke. But it's comfortable because you don't have to do anything. Well, in today's episode, I'm going to be giving you one of my talks, and it's going to be literally the talk that I gave. I'm not just redoing it. I'm going to play it for you. You're going to hear it. I might release this on my YouTube channel so you can actually see the event. You could see everything about the conference. It was absolutely amazing. You should have been there. But obviously, if I do it in the fall in 2027, you must be there. I want you to change your life, and that is what Master Passive Income and Income Building Live is all about. Well, let's jump into today's episode where I'm going to share with you why and how you must invest in real estate, even just to be able to provide for your family. From Income Building Live 2026 here in Nashville, here is my talk sharing with you must invest in real estate. Here we go. This is exciting to share with you and walk you guys through what we do and how we find properties and how we become income builders. But how do we build income into our businesses so that we don't lose money? In 2008, I saw countless people, almost every single real estate investor go bankrupt. It was sad. It was very sad. But at the same time, it was inevitable. You may be thinking, well, how in the world is that inevitable? It's because what they did was they invested for appreciation. They were hoping to make money. In fact, in 2006, they were saying the same thing that they were saying just a couple of years ago. What were they saying? They were saying, you better buy now or you'll never be able to buy. This was back in 2006. And we know what happened in 2008 and 2009, right? The crash. So when I heard everybody saying, you better buy now, this is what, 2023, 2024, you better buy now or you're never going to be able to buy, I knew the same thing happened before. These other people that talk about real estate, let's say on Instagram or TikTok, that have only been investing since 2022, maybe 21, maybe 2020, they have not gone through a down cycle. They have not experienced a crash and invested through it. I started in 2006. What's amazing is I made more money when everybody else was going bankrupt. All the other real estate investors were going bankrupt. Why was I making more money? It's because, sadly, people were losing their homes because they were laid off or fired or they just couldn't work. Sadly, they were losing their homes, but they still had to live somewhere, right? It's one of the necessities of life. You have to live somewhere, so they became renters. So I'm going to give you the 5 steps to becoming an income builder. Today, I'm focusing on belief for you. I want you to believe that you can do it. Belief leads to action. Action leads to success. If you don't move, you will never go anywhere. So that belief in yourself, that is what's going to make you move and get success. But what about you? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can actually do this? Let me show or raise a hand. Actually, let me have you stand up. If you believe that you can do it, stand up. Little peer pressure, right? Yeah. Look around. Good. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you have what it takes to buy your first property, to scale to your 20th property? And as I talk these through, if you don't believe, you can sit down. It's okay. My goal these 3 days is to get you to believe that you can do this, because countless people have already done this. The 4-minute mile has already been ran. Do you believe that you could buy that small multifamily, a 25-unit apartment complex? I believe you can. Do you believe that you can buy a 200-unit apartment complex? I'll be honest, I did not believe I could until I did.
That is terrible.
Yes, exactly. Do you believe that you can quit your job? Do you believe that you can quit your job? Okay, yeah. Yes, let's do it. Do you believe that you can achieve financial freedom? Yes, I believe you can. Belief enough to rise up and take action. Not have a plan B. When I was focusing, said 10 years from now, I'm going to quit my job. It is a deadline. I didn't have a plan B. Not give up in trials, because you will have things that come up, and invest in yourself. So the 5 keys to success. Okay, you guys go ahead and sit down. I believe you guys can do this. This is why I put on these events, because I believe you guys can do this. First one, I usually try to only give 3 points, but can you guys remember 5? Awesome. Have a motivational purpose. Have a motivational purpose is what you need to have. A purpose is what motivates you to keep going when life gets in the way. When life gets in the way, that's when kids practice, or you might maybe have church that you're serving at, maybe work, like you have a terrible boss. Life starts getting in the way. Trust me, I know what happens. The purpose, what's your purpose? Now, we have your why, but also purpose is something that's going to help you to sustain you. The why is going to get you up out of bed. Purpose is going to make you move. Is it your family? Could it be your freedom? Freedom to do whatever you want? Maybe you want to travel. What's your purpose? Maybe it's serving people. I love serving people. In fact, it's my favorite thing to do. After I quit my job, I realized That's the only way that I will ever live, is how do I serve more people? Now, let me share with you Rick's purpose. Rick's one of my students. He is an amazing guy. His purpose, he wanted to travel the world with his family. He wanted to have financial independence, and he wanted to continue to grow everything for his family. Now, the catch is, he lives in Sweden. He's Dutch. His wife's Swedish. They live there. They're trying to move to America, but they want to get started by investing. So he contacted me. I started coaching him. So that was his purpose, was I want to have freedom. And Sweden's very expensive too. And so he said, I want to have freedom. So he bought his first property, then his second property, then his third property. Fast forward now, Rick came to America. Is this working? Maybe I got a point. There we go. Rick came to America and we hung out together, my family and his family. He said, I'm traveling the world. Thank you so much for helping me get here. Now I can come and hang out with you. We met in Phoenix, Arizona, and had an amazing time with my students. So your purpose needs to be just like your why. It has to be on the forefront of your mind, because if you do not have that purpose, you're going to give up. Trust me, have that purpose in mind. Second thing, and I want to pause for a quick second and share that honestly, I really want you to invest in real estate. Now, my new goal is to help 1 million people invest in real estate. So 2 things I would ask from you. Number 1, if you get anything out of this episode, please share it with somebody else. Just say, hey, check out Dustin and Master Passive Income. He really wants to help 1 million people to invest in real estate. That's number 1. Number 2, I want to get you to invest in real estate. Get my real estate investing course absolutely for free. Text the word rental, RENTAL, to 33777. Rental to 33777. I'll literally give you my course, show you how to find an area of the country to invest, how to build the business first. I always talk about that, and how to find the right properties, how to make sure you're getting experts to do the work for you, and scale the business to where you're making $250 or more in passive income. Scale it to quit your job. I'll literally get to you, or go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. Obviously, it'll be in the description, but I really, really want you to invest in real estate, because the more that actual, normal, everyday people own real estate, the better everybody's life gets. Have a powerful vision. A powerful vision. Powerful vision. Now, a vision is a mental picture of your ideal future, where you're going. You want to see where you're going. That's why earlier today, I had you close your eyes and visualize a perfect day. Such as like changing your life, changing your future, changing your family's life, becoming financially free, and achieving your goals. That's your vision. Let me share with you Benjamin's vision. Benjamin's one of my students. He started coaching with me. He had a vision. He wanted to move to South Africa with his wife and be financially independent. He went there with his one time and he really loved it. And so he wanted to move there. And so he decided to start investing in real estate, just buying property after property. And this is fun. Just randomly, he and I randomly found each other. I was walking to a restaurant. I lived in Phoenix, came to Nashville. I was randomly going to a restaurant for a meetup, for a conference. And he was standing right. He goes, Dustin? I'm like, what? Yeah. He goes, you have this. I know it's you because you have the Success with Unemployed shirt on. And I was like, Benjamin, what are you? Because Sidecar on Zoom and everything. We never met in person. So it's kind of like, what in the world? I want to say, this is like the definition of random. But it was so perfect because he was now moving his wife and himself to South Africa. They moved to South Africa. They live there and they love it. Do you know where you are going? Where your vision is taking you? You need to have that because that's going to be your guide. Now, could this be you? Own 10 properties and having your cash flow replace your income, spending 6 months a year traveling, having your systems in your business run it for you? You might be thinking, I lead real estate company that helps others' families win. Like my tenants, they have good properties that they live in for a decent price. And then on stage at next year with me, giving your testimony on how you did it as well. Now, your vision, that's your destination. And your vision will always guide you forward. It's the picture that you are going towards, and your vision gives you direction. because it's every once in a while you're going to try to shift and veer, but we need to have that vision to keep us going. Now, imagine your first property. Picture yourself, go ahead and close your eyes. Picture yourself owning your first property, owning your first rental, cash flowing, that money coming in, covering all of your expenses, and a step toward financial independence. That first property. Now, imagine your 10th property. Keep your eyes closed. Imagine your 10th property, each property making $1,000 a month in cash flow, generating $10,000 a month, reaching financial freedom and quitting your job. If you want to, you don't have to, but you have the freedom to quit your job. Go ahead and open your eyes. You might not want to quit your job. You might have a great boss, might have great employees, great everything, until you don't. Maybe then you have a bad boss. You're like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have invested back then. Now I could quit. But think of that perfect day. That perfect day that I talked about earlier is what's going to help you keep guiding you forward. Then living off of your income from your properties, being an income builder every single day. But I got to be honest with you. Purpose and vision are not enough. Vision without action is just a dream. If you have a vision and you don't move, you're just dreaming. And it's okay to dream, but then you get up and then you move forward. Dreams don't pay the bills. Dreams don't build legacies. They don't put money in your pocket or in your bank account to feed your family or yourself. When dreamers become doers, they become winners. When dreamers become doers, they become winners. This is the reason why I put on this event, is to help you become doers and give you all the tools. Next up, take massive action. Take massive action. This is what I want you to do. Take massive action. Because when you're taking action, you're investing in your own vision. Like you moving forward, you're taking action. You're investing in your future. The most expensive thing you could ever spend is your time. Not money, not gold, not silver. It's your time. But then think about this. That's not as expensive as the culmination of your life here on this earth, which is your life. That's the most expensive thing you could spend. Imagine working 30 more years of your life, working for somebody else, and then retire and die. That would be terrible. How much better? It is funny, I know. Yes, it is reality. Instead, planting that investing tree right now, taking action and moving forward. I want to share with you Pernith. Pernith's massive action. Yes, you know. What's up? Hey, Alan, good seeing you, buddy. There you go. So Pernith, he was sitting in your seats right now. He wasn't able to make it. He's closing on a property. He's doing amazing. Pernith taking massive, massive action. In 2023, he came, keep going. Hey, there we go. 2023, he came to the conference. It was called Rubicon back then, but it's Income Building Live now. He came, and this is all of us. We're all hanging out. He is so nervous. He told me this. My parents, and this is after he started investing and did really well, my parents thought I was a loser. My parents thought I would amount to nothing. They were ashamed of me. He's from India. And now he started investing. What he actually did, this is super amazing. He started coaching with me, or becoming a student, and we were coaching him in April right after. So he became a student at Income Building Live in 2023. And then this is literally when he signed up. We have Charles, who's his coach. Charles is a student of mine. You guys see him running around. He's going to talk a little later tomorrow. Charles coaches Pernith. So I coach Charles. Charles coaches Pernith. Charles is doing better than me investing. And then now Charles' student Pernith is doing better than him. So just after Income Building Live, Pernith signs up. And then in 5 months, come on, clicker. In 5 months, he gets 2 properties. He said before that, for 2 years, he was hemming and hawing, trying and just never doing it. He comes here, signs up for coaching, then changes his life, but then he didn't stop there. He took massive action. September 2023, so just 4 or 5 months later, he comes to one of our masterminds, the Inner Circle Mastermind, and he gets around other investors that are playing at a high level. He has 2 properties here. He took action. Then, this is 2023. Guess how many properties he has now? Let me show you. Pranith took massive action. In 3 years, 24 properties, 36 doors. Is that massive action or what? Yes, he did amazing. Do you guys remember Benjamin, the one that went to South Africa? At one time, I think he was like at 18 properties or so. And this was like 2 years. He got 18 properties. He says, Dustin, have you ever felt it's not fast enough? It's like, what? You just got 18 properties in 2 years. Like, have you ever felt like you just want to move faster and faster? I'm like, yes, 100%, all the time. But we take what we can get. We just keep moving forward. We're building income. Pranith, same thing. He took massive action. The people that move, in fact, at the VIP lunch, I talked about a special way of thinking to maximize your time and shrink the amount of time, but I won't get into that. So let's see. Yeah. So this, honestly, everything we're talking about now is not about real estate investing. It's about who you're becoming, who you are going to be. If you had asked me 10 years ago if I would be on a stage like this, inviting people and showing, I would say, no way, there's no way I would do that. I was just a real estate investor. But then I started doing that. I became who I am now as an investor. Next one is always think big. Always think big. If Pranith just thought, hey, in 3 years, I want to buy 1 property, do you think he would have got to where he is? Nope, not at all. Not at all. Think big. Always think big. Now, who knows what movie this is? I can't hear you. Rudy, one of my favorite movies ever. I absolutely love this movie. Now, I am not the type to do things without seeing somebody else do it first. I love seeing somebody else do it first. So I saw Rudy do this. When I was in high school playing football, I was like, I can walk on. I could walk on and play at D1 college, like the highest level. So guess what? I did. I played for Fresno State. It's a college in California, D1 college. I played, you guys remember David Carr? David Carr was a quarterback. I played, he was the quarterback. He was throwing me passes all the time. Now, it's funny. So here, might not be able to pick me out, but let me share with you. It's the only one with the grin. So I'm dead center. I'm like, hey, everybody else is going to be mad dogging it. I'm going to be grinning ear to ear because I accomplished it. Just like Rudy did, I accomplished this as well. But I said, I'm going to think big. I'm going to dream big and think big and move forward. Now, another thing, I also started a business. My dad had a business like this, a convenience store that's pizza and everything. So I said, hey, my dad did it. Let me go do it too. I did that as well. Then I quit my job. That's my dad. That's my lovely family. We now have a 5th child and we homeschool our kids. So we just go anywhere. So we were in Japan for 6 weeks. As soon as I quit my job, rewarded myself by going to Japan for 6 weeks. Then thought big, created the first RubeCon, the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, which is what this conference is. Scared out of my mind, but then did it. Then continue to get bigger and bigger. This was last year. And then now I invest in large apartment complexes. I just took a picture. I was doing a video for Instagram and I did a reel of it. So I look really stupid there. But that's our 355 unit apartment complex. We have 825 now. Now, I want you to realize this. Every success that you have, like for me from football and just from my business and just keep going, every success reveals something. It reveals new heights and new goals. Last year, I talked about hiking up a mountain or climbing a mountain. If you're climbing, you're looking up, oh my goodness, look at that mountain. It's so huge. You start climbing. You get to almost the top. You're like, I can see the top. It's right there. And you keep going and you climb and you get on the top. And you look back and you're like, oh my, look at what I've done. This is amazing. I got to the top of the mountain. And then you turn around. Oh my, there's more. Because your perspective from down there, you can only see this top. But once you get here, then you could see the next top. And it will never stop. If you do everything I'm talking about right now, have purpose, vision, take action, if you keep moving forward, there's always going to be a next level. So This is what I do. I suggest get into the right room, and you're here. This is the start of it. Get in the right room where people are playing at a higher level than you. And I believe in this so much. I'm going to share a quick little story. So last year, about this time, I went to a conference, just very similar to this, much bigger, but it was an amazing conference. And I met some friends. You see Tom and myself there. I met some people there at this conference. And then who knows who this person is standing behind me? Who? Tony Robbins. He was at this event. He's right next to me. And it was so cool. I'm sitting there. He walks around the stage and he keeps, or not stage, like literally walks down the hallways. He's pretty amazing, by the way. Like he's legit. So he's walking directly at me. I'm kind of like I don't want to be like this, like an idiot. Like, I'm recording like this. And so he's walking right at me talking. I didn't actually get to say hi to him. I didn't like trip him or anything, but that would have been funny. But I was at this event. It was amazing. And the person on stage, his name is Russell Brunson. He said, hey, I want to help you get into the right room. Get around people that are playing at a huge level. Like, you're here. We want to get you up here. And I said, okay. So at that conference, Tom and I, we went and joined their inner circle. It is, no joke, $50,000 a year for 1 year to join this. I'm blessed. I have money, but I invest in myself. Just like if you go to college, I invested in myself and I want you to do the same thing. So we joined the inner circle and then we get around amazing business owners. Now, I don't just see my next stop because I'm around other amazing business owners. I see like 8 new scaling points that I need to hit because I see what everybody else is doing. Now, the downside, if you don't be here, you don't know what the next step is. You don't even know what's possible until you stumble upon it. Then Tom and I, but in the inner circle, we take trips and have a lot of good fun. So we're traveling everywhere. That's in Mexico. And then great thing is you also make some amazing, let's go, come on. There we go. You make some amazing friends along the way. I have friends in that are playing at a different level that we're now together. Now, I want you to realize this. Isaac Newton said this. It was often quoted to Einstein, but I believe it's Isaac Newton says, if I've seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants, standing on the shoulders of other people who've already done it so I can see further or see where I'm going to go. That's why I get into the room. That's why I spend money. That's why I know that I need to be around people that are playing at a much higher level. Next one, or the last one, is never give up. I got an amazing story for you. Never give up. Never give up. You might be thinking, well, Dustin, but you don't know my circumstances. You don't know what's going on in my life. You don't know how bad this is or how bad that is. Do you let your circumstances define you? Hopefully not. Do you let your limitations stop you? That's what this conference is about, to help to change you and give you the tools as well. Now, whatever your impossible is, trust me, somebody has already broken past that. Let me share with you a story. So there was a baby that was born without arms and without legs. There was an ultrasound, so that they didn't really know that baby's going to turn out like this. But baby comes out. Doctors all freaking out. Parents say, we're still going to raise this baby like he's our own. Then, exactly, 100%. Then, as he gets older, he starts to develop, starts to get a little bigger. And then he starts going to school. He starts going to school and he has these false beliefs in his mind. Like doesn't have any arms, doesn't have any legs. He's getting bullied, but he's struggling. But these limitations that he has, trust me, you don't have anywhere near the limitations that this guy has. He attempted suicide as a kid because he was bullied so much. He thought he was worthless, but he changed his mindset. He said, I can either be a victim, I can't do this, or I can be a creator, or I can be an investor. I can be an income. I could do something else rather than be a victim. He said, how can I do this instead of being a victim? He stopped asking why, but started asking how. Then he refused to let his life circumstances dictate who he was. He learned how to swim. He learned how to type. He learned how to do almost everything that we can do. And once someone proves something is possible, trust me, everything becomes possible. This gentleman, his name's Nick Vujicic. He's a very big public speaker, spoken in front of thousands and thousands of people. And what's it? Yes, that's the big. Awesome. He's he's an amazing speaker. Yes. So he is now a public speaker, lives an amazing life. And what are your baseline? Like his baseline is no arms, no legs, but built a life. You could see he's now changing his life because he didn't want to be a victim. You might be thinking, well, I'm too old. I don't have the right skills. My past disqualifies me. And I don't have enough money or time. Like whatever your limitations are, trust me, he had many more. Now, this gentleman has a beautiful wife and kids and living an amazing life because he did not let his circumstances dictate who he was. Are you going to let your circumstances dictate who you are? I hope not. Somewhere out there, someone with less than you is doing more than you. Realize that. Someone less than you is doing more than you. And what are the stories that you're telling yourself? Like, oh man, I don't know how to do it. I don't have any money. I'm not this or I'm not that. There will always be more times that you're going to fall, but you got to pick yourself back up. You got to pick yourself back. Now, that's the exact moment when you pick yourself back up that winners are made. Why do we fall off the horse? To get back on. When you start feeling yourself get down, you get back up. That's the moment where you remember your purpose, the direction that you're going. That's when you remember that. You refocus your vision. You get into the right room with the right people who are doing more than you. You're already here. Continue that. And you take one step forward, because if you don't give up, you can't lose. The path has already been done. We're bringing up so many people who have been sitting right where you are. They're going to help you get past that. That's what makes real estate investors become income builders, creating generational wealth and freedom for themselves and their families. There's just the ones who refuse to quit are always going to make it. When I was trying out for the football team, it was hard. I have no talent. I tell you that. I have no talent. I mean, I have a little bit. I have enough to get there. But I had to work my tail off so much more. In fact, the head coach said the reason why he was bringing me on, because I hustled more than everybody. I worked harder. There were men that had more talent in their pinky than I had my entire body. Now, can I ask you guys a question? Do you believe that it's possible for you to buy your first property, scale to 20 properties, buy that first small multi-unit, 25-unit apartment complex, buy that 200-plus unit apartment complex, quit your job, become financially independent? Now, I want you guys to stand up. Will you guys change your future starting today? Say yes. Yes. One more time. Yes. Think that through. Your future starts today. Your future will come. It will come no matter what. It's what you do today that makes your future what you want it to be. Are you guys committed? Say yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Are you an income builder?
Yeah.
Are you going to own your future?
Yes.
I'm going to say, I own it. You say, I own it. We're going to do that 3 times. Ready? I own it.
I own it.
I own it. I own it. Thank you very much, you guys. And that is it for today. Go ahead and get my free real estate investing course. Text the word rental to 33777. RENTAL to 33777. You can also join my Real Estate Wealth Builders group coaching. Get all my courses. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next show. See ya.